welcome to Hands on Science, where if you ever just need something to do, this is the place to be. This is Carr.
And this is Mel. Mel, are you ready for today's activity?
I am ready, and I asked my mom and dad for permission.
Awesome, because we're going to use a ton of stuff that you can find in the kitchen today.
Wonderful.
So we're also going to make a little bit of a mess.
Yay!
So that's going to be for you. We're going to mix some good stuff up. We're going to make our very own homemade bird feeder.
Bird feeder.
I've got some chopsticks for you. This is just for you to mix up. Yep.
Okay.
We've got peanut butter. We have a small portion of Crisco vegetable shortening.
Oh.
We've got some flour. This is just regular white flour.
Flour.
Yep, nothing super special. And we've got a small portion of birdseed. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with equal-ish parts of all three of these things.
Okay, we're
or
putting
four
it
of these
in here.
things. Yep, and you're going to mix it up.
Ooh.
So I'm going to start you off with a good scoop of peanut butter. This is crunchy peanut butter, but you can use pretty much any peanut butter you want. You don't have to use crunchy peanut butter.
Ooh, that looks good.
Right?
That's a big scoop.
That's a pretty big scoop.
We put a big scoop in it, right?
Yep. So, and then now I'm going to give you a big scoop of this Crisco vegetable shortening. This just happens to be name brand Crisco, but you can use like your supermarket's brand if you want. And then I'm going to give you a bunch of bird seed. In fact, you know what? We're just going to do this.
Pour it. Whoa, look at all that bird seed in there.
Okay, so now you're going to start mixing that up.
I am.
And as you mix, to make sure that it's nice and thick, the goal is we want it to be kind of like putty so that we can roll it up into a ball. So as you mix it, if it seems to be a little thin, this is actually really thick peanut butter, so this is great peanut butter to use for this. If you need it to be a little thicker so that you can roll it into a ball, you can just add flour to it. Okay?
How am I doing?
You're doing pretty good. So you still got big old clumps of that Crisco.
Okay, got it.
So you really want to get in there and mash it up. Yep. The other thing that you can do with the flour is once you have it in a ball so that it's not super sticky, while you're handling it, you can just roll it in a little bit of that white flour too.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like you would if you were making biscuits or bread.
Oh, I think they're all kind of sticking together. Some
Yeah.
more?
Yeah, you know what? We're going to put a little more birdseed.
Okay.
And then while Mel is finishing that, I have this little piece of lei netting. So in Hawaii, this is used to make candy leis. And this is about 1 foot of it that I've cut from a small roll. And on one end, I'm just going to tie a single overhand knot in the lei netting. So once I've done that, I'm going to kind of flip it inside out. So I'm going to grab the knot and then push that lei netting over my hand. And what that's going to allow me to do is once Mel's got a big ball of this homemade bird feeder, I can go ahead and take it from her and then flip the lei netting over. Almost looks like gloves from the 90s.
I can smell the peanut butter too.
Can you? Okay, let's see what you got.
How's
here.
that?
That looks awesome. You know what? If I was a bird, I'd be very interested in what you got going on. So what Mel's got, see how it's almost like a clay or like a putty. Okay. And so I'm gonna ask you to hold your hands out, Mel.
2 hands.
2 hands, and I'm gonna dust your hands. You can go ahead and rub that together with a little bit of flour, because now you're gonna make a big ball of this homemade bird feeder.
Play with this.
Yep. So you're gonna roll that into a ball. I'm gonna actually give you a little more. Here we go. Okay. And then once you've got that into a nice ball, I'm gonna actually dust you with a little more flour. Beautiful. Okay, and then you can kind of roll that ball in the flour. And then now I've done the same thing. I've kind of turned that inside out. And I'll take your bird feeding ball from you. Whoa. And there we go. And that's it. So I'm going to tie.
There it is. And that's it?
That's it. I'm going to tie one more knot here on the top. And now I can hang that in a tree or
look at my bird feeder.
On a feeding hanger. And the birds can come up to this and they can peck through the mesh to get to the seeds and the peanut butter. And some of the smaller birds can even land on this and use
is
that
cool.
to hang on to that.
I'll catch
Isn't that
some,
cool?
catch some minor birds with this.
Yeah, minor birds will probably be very interested.
Yep.
But that is a super simple homemade bird feeder. Now this is just a small
Awesome.
one. If you want to make like a much bigger one, you can absolutely do that. If you want to take your bird feeder mixture and put it like on an old paper towel roll, or some
right.
people use like a waffle cones
Waffle cones, okay.
to make like a cone style feeder. You can do that too, but that's the super simple recipe.
This is great.
A little bit of flour, some peanut butter, some vegetable shortening, and birdseed of your choice. Well, that's
Yay.
it. Guys, if you liked this activity, please make sure to give it a thumbs
Thumbs up.
We'd also like to hear your comments. If you have an idea of an activity you want to see right here at Hands on Science, let us know too. And who knows, maybe we'll do your idea right here on our next episode. You can find this activity and so much more at midnightscienceclub.com. We'll see you next time, guys.
Bye.